Yo, what's up, guys? So, first I'm gonna go over what I was looking at on Nasdaq on a higher time frame and why my bias was how it was, and then I'll go over the trade, the trade breakdown, and I'll show the recording of how I executed it and all that. But first, the kind of the explanation. So, all week long, I was basically picturing, as we came down to here on Nasdaq, I was picturing doing some kind of ending diagonal, and to me, it felt like it played out, especially if we could look at it on slightly higher time frame like that. Looks pretty, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and for me that would be confirmed whenever this high gets taken, the one of it, and in that case, the targets I'd be looking at could be all the way up here, from the 0 to from the 5 to the 2 down to the 3, and then I'd be looking at this area or this area even as targets potentially, because there's a lot of investment that goes in during a diagonal. There's a lot of time spent accumulating positions, so the target of the move can end up being a pretty big move, and a lot of times it happens pretty swiftly and doesn't give you a really nice retrace. We did get a really great retrace here though, if you're able to get in on that. That doesn't always happen. Anyway, that was yesterday, now it's today. So like I said, my bias would generally be for targets up here. Not so much that one, although it could be. But yeah, my bias would be to come and hit up in this area. And we're not there yet. So basically, I'm thinking that we're gonna go up. Now that could happen in a million different ways. This low got into the territory of this high, so this couldn't be a 1, 2, 3, 4 unless it was a leading diag like this, and then that could, bounce here. It could come all the way down here, but eventually it would come up. Is how I was kind of looking at things. What else do we have? We have the scalp pull from here to here, and we did tap into that -1, but it took the high of this, so it couldn't be a leading diag, meaning that's always an option when you see something that looks diagonal-y, that this could have just been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of like a 5 that has a bigger move down. That's always an option, and you have to prepare for that. But typically that would look for a reversal either at this 3, 4. It could come up here, it just can't take that high, in my opinion. So since it did, now I'm more bullish. And the other thing is, like, here's like a quick screen grab on a 30-minute. Oh, I can't even, does it let me do this? Well, the CBD is super bullish, basically. CBD is super, super bullish. Let's see if I can show that for a second. Bullish and such. So, yeah, this trade idea is going to be basically coming from the top and just catching this move up here a bit. So let's look into that. Go to a 30-minute at first. Can't really see it on 30-minute. Let's go to 5-minute then. All right, so if we do scalp pull here, like that. This is a pull, and this would be like line chart, pulling to here, the body of this. You're getting respect at the 3-4 here, you're getting respect at the kickback. So essentially be looking at this -1 area as the target of the investment to go short on the rise up here. All right. The other thing we have, you can see it on a 5-minute, maybe a little easier to see, a little lower time frame. And the purple is just New York session. You can do a momentum pull from here to here to here. Don't need the -2 so much on that. And you can see reaction perfectly there, aligning with the scalp pull that we just had as well. The -1.236 of that. So hit the -1, that's the target of that move. And then you have this move, this investment. So this investment hit its target. This investment hit one of its targets. Of course, it could go lower, but because this hit its targets, one could suspect that even if it goes lower, that it would go higher first and then lower to create another investment that would have a reason for it to go lower like that. And basically these positions that I'll be showing from the recording are taking different ladders in down here and just taking profits and taking more positions, taking profits over and over. Again, why would I feel more comfortable laddering this position? Because my overall bias would be for higher on a higher time frame. This is a respected pull, so I would expect continuation of that respect, and the volatility was really good in this region too. So let's go ahead and switch over to the recording then. Here. I already fast forwarded, I already sped this up a bit. You can see this is that scalp pull I was looking at, the same one, just on a task. We are hovering right around the 706. To me, that's not a good, that doesn't look good for me for a long. That just looks like it's consolidating and then it's gonna push lower to some of the deeper targets. The other thing is that it already, it reloaded at kickback already. And when that happens, you would generally, not always, but generally expect a little bit deeper targets and probably for it to hit all the way to the -1 at least, since it got a good reload. If it didn't reload, like if it just went straight down like that, then that's when the 706, that's when that could potentially hold a little bit with a little bit more confidence. But after reloading, it's like, you know, now there's double positions, double incentives to get to the ultimate target, which is the -1 or the 100 here. So I'll just go ahead and press play. This whole thing was about 20 minutes, so I did fast forward it a bit, like 4 times. All right, so it's hitting the 832 right here on the bottom left, and it's getting reaction from it. It's getting pushback from it, so I just enter. See, starts going my way. 3 of the take profits already hit. I started at 7995 or so, I think. So that was 700 in like a minute or so. And you can see instead of, because I have such strong reasons with my bias, I'm not really scared of being underwater in this situation, being underwater a little bit. Like, instead, I would be looking to rebuy the amount that I already took profit on earlier. Simple as that. Now, this isn't something you'd always want to be doing. This is just something you could be doing if you have a lot of reasons and to be confident in your bias, and then like on a higher time frame. So you have the higher time frame on your side, and then you have enough things on the lower time frame that you also feel good about. And I'll be throwing in, yep, you can see I'm just throwing in my take profits again with the new average entry. That will push my average entry down a little bit once they start hitting. And that screenshot, that's just me sharing that setup in the Discord. So we got more hitting. The first couple took my closed P&L down a little bit because it was an average down, and it goes first in, first out. But then yeah, so you see as soon as that third one hit, now it went right back up. And so now in total for this trade idea, we're at a little over 1,000 because it started at 8. Suppose we can keep just kind of watching it like this. That momentum pull, I didn't have it drawn up here yet. I had it on my trading view that I was looking at on a different window, but yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of fast forward it a bit. So right here, I added a couple more on the back test of that -1. See how it went under, but then it went back above, and then now it came right back over it. So I added some on that back test. And then I'm putting take profits back. See, one of them hit. Now the second one hit. And then we come down here, which is, again, it's also that 832 of the momentum, which I will draw up on here in a second. There we go. So more confidence. Again, that would say that the take profits from this investment are hitting here, and then also this investment, those take profits are hitting here. And if the overall bias is for me, could be wrong, but I have to stick to my bias and know what the invalidation for that is and all that. So if I think that I'm right in my overall higher time frame bias for being bullish, then these the take profits from these rather short term investments here and here could provide good opportunities for the next leg up to take this high and potentially go up further to my ultimate targets up here. So yeah, you could see I added, okay, we were at 4. It was at 4 here, and then it started to give the reaction I was looking for without the wicking above, getting pushed back above. So I added 4 more. So now 9865, it's about what, 1865 a profit from this series of laddering and such. And then I pull one down because I have to start my stream. And then I had one running left, and then price came. I had to end this because I had to start this, but then price came down again, and I added another one, and then it came when it came back up, and it took the high that it made here. Like price was here, and then it went down. I added another one, and then it went back up and took that high, and I took another profit, and now I still have one running. Whether that works out or not doesn't really matter for me, because doing pretty well on the day, and now it's even more than that. 11, now it's at like 11.5 or so. So yeah, if it gets stopped out, I have my stop and profit. If it gets stopped out, that is all good for me. If not, then maybe I can be looking at a bigger move up once lunch is over. So let me go back here, and yeah, let's go 1 minute. Oops, take this off here. So yeah, I added another one back here, and then took the profit up, taking this set of highs, and now, yeah, it looks like it just got stopped out, and again, that's fine, no big deal. It's a good day anyway. Yeah, so that was that trade. Worked out as much as I could have asked for. You know, these were good moves, even if it doesn't end up being the pivot. So if it isn't, what else could be going on here? Let's see. So we have this pull here, which also had confluence here. That's nice to see. Would probably be looking at something bigger though. There's a 3-4 there. Doesn't really have confluence with this. Yeah, would have liked if these aligned a little bit more, something like that, where those aligned like that, but that's not the case here. I do like this pull here because it gave really nice respect here. There we go, there's a good pull, using this momentum pivot here, and then that gives it, you can see, good respect here, The 3-4 was here, good respect. From here, 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 so that's good. And that makes it a line right here, so that's really nice. So then, right now, let's say I'd be looking for a good reaction around here, if there's a good reaction, and if it even goes down that far, that would probably be the next place that I would be looking at. From this local area, the -1 of that is just above it, so that's cool. If you pull it all the way down, you have the 832 -1 in that area too. So, let's see. If this 3-4 is getting respected a little, then it would give me more confidence to stick with this pull. And but you already have the other things aligning with it. So yeah, let's keep an eye on this area potentially. And again, this would just be really just looking at this from a scalp perspective. So if I can get even like little reactions like that, that's good money. Anything like that is really good money, even if it doesn't turn into a major pivot. So, but with that said, it could be wherever it does end up, could be the low before another big run up here, if you want to hold on to a trade. But I feel like that would be like holding onto the trade for the weekend, which I probably wouldn't really suggest to anybody, but do what you gotta do. And yeah, I will just keep it short and end it there. So hope y'all learned something. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, I will see you guys in chat, and have a good weekend. Bye.